Well, rappers wear hats askew, turned a which away. Stetsons on those country guys, help them sing and play. Crooners in fedoras did the doobie-doo. Sherlock had a favorite hat for de-deuce and clues. Jackie's little pillbox, so trendy and so girt. Annette had mouse ears to flounce and to flirt. Guinevere's scarf kept her modesty, a tiara on a beauty queen's for all the world to see. Namath had a helmet for throwing touchdowns. Churchill jammed a boulder atop his jolly frown. Osama's got a turban to hatch his evil schemes. Dolly wore black beret that paints her real scenes. Commando's got ski masks and lots of guns to shoot. The Pope's got a mitre with fancy Gucci boots. Honest Dave's stovepipe had a snappy brim. Viet Cong had way hats like old Ho Chi Minh. Well, Merlin had a wizard cone, lots of druid power. Hendrix wore a headband while playing his guitar. Daniel Boone made a hat from an old raccoon. Jesus wore a crown of thorns while trudging to his doom. Olympians wore laurel leaves with a little olive oil. Farmers sport their seed caps while plowing up the soil. Hard hat had a work site, will keep your noggin whole. Miners don headlamps for digging up the coal. Hats in movies, hats in books, hats in history. Hats on superheroes, hats off celebrities. Hats for safety, hats for style, hats as accessories. Hats in art and acting parts, so many hats to see. Scotsman looked so very cool in Sporran and a Tam. Zapata wore sombreros to fight for his land. Gomer and Castro wear army fatigue caps. Mark Spitz wore no rubber cap to swim his record laps. Sitting Bull's feathers marked the mighty chief. Rabbis wear yarmulkes because of their beliefs. Pharaoh was the boss, a serpent on his crown. The guy who drives for UPS has a cap that is all brown. Ladies of the Kojic have hats of every hue. Peacekeepers for the UN have helmets of blue. Rangers in Yosemite got hats like Smokey Bear. You can get a hat of balloons out at the county fair. Lance had arrow helmets so hard and fast he rode. Gilligan had a canvas cap and a bamboo abode. Yasser wore kafaya upon his grizzled brow. O'Leary wore a bonnet when she milked her cow. Joe had Yankees caps, he married Miss Monroe. Mookie played for New York and Toronto. Mao had Mao hats to match his green Mao suits. Carmen Miranda could sing and dance under a bunch of fruit. Cyrano de Bergerac wore a foppish plume. Jaeger wore a helmet to make the sonic boom. Red Skelton changed characters just by changing hats. Isaac Newton must have had a well-worn thinking cap. Hats in stories, hats in song, hats in comic books. Hats for hot, hats for cold, hats just for looks. Hats for war, hats for wow, hats for everyone. Hats for work, hats for sport, hats just for fun. Graduates don mortar boards when they matriculate. Wilbur Wright wore a goggle hat when he did aviate. Scheherazade had many veils and lots of tales to tell. Paul Revere had a tricorn, his warning for to yell. The Inuit got furry hoods, their earlobes will not freeze. Farmers use helmet nets when they tend to bees. Snipers use ghillie suits to blend into the weeds. There's helmets on the jockeys, but not upon their steeds. Bartholomew Cubbins' many hats got him in a fix. Groucho Harpo Chico had hatched to their stick. European aristocrats used to wear perukes. Vader's hat so shiny black when he was fighting Luke. Casey Jones drive that train, he was an engineer. Tyrolean hats are perfect for drinking German beers. A burqa is a big old hat, goes from head to toe. A Panama and Suez might not be apropos. Blushing brides raise a veil to start their wedded bliss. Riot squads in helmets beat those who resist. Lovely Rita Meter Maid had a cap and uniform, when Hilda in the opera had hat those big old horns. Batman's hat is a mask with pointy little ears. Bear Bryant in his tweed hats coached for many years. Zorro's brim was black, his sword so very quick. Keisha's got Kanzashi, those fancy hair sticks. Hats on women, hats on men, hats on children too. Hats of metal, hats of cloth, hats for me and you. Hats with brims, hats with frills, hats with chin straps. Hats with feathers, hats with holes, hats with ear flaps. Ralph crammed in his driver's cap, drove a city bus. Showgirls out in Vegas have showy hats and busts. Elton John performed in elaborate headdress. Coyote donned a helmet and took off on a quest. Nelson had an admiral hat, he lost one of his hands. Custer lost hat and scalp during his last stand. Astronauts and cosmonauts have very special rigs. Dumb Donald's pink stocking cap is way, way, way too big. Generals wear headgear with flashy bits of brass. Hula girls wear flowers and skirts made of grass. Ataturk's mustache did compliment his fez. Conquistadors had Spanish helms like Pizarro and Cortez. There's halos on the seraphim, cherubim, and saints. Hannibal Lecter's muzzle had bodily restraints. Zeus cat in the hat is fun to read aloud. Anglers wear hats with hooks when casting for trout. John Wayne had hats to do what a man must do. Ratchet had a nurse's cap where the cook kung fu. Magicians from their tap hats, rabbits they do pull. Toreros wear monteras for fighting with the bulls. Eliza had a trilby in a Berlin cabaret. Mary Poppins tied a hat before she flew away. Ninjas have black hoods and nasty poison darts. Surgeons wear sterile hoods when they slice into your parts. Hats in legend, hats in verse, hats in mythology. Hats of silver, hats of gold, hats of royalty. Hats on statues, hats on pets, hats in cartoons. Hats for day, hats for night, hats to hear tunes. Perseus invisible when his helmet was on. Easter Island Moai have hats that weigh a ton. Santa Claus's fuzzy hat all white and red, Liberty's spiky crown upon her copperhead. Joan of Arc had a helmet she burned for heresy. Lepers wear shrouds to cover their disease. Priests Quetzalcoatl had special hats, of course. Roy Roger wore a white hat and rode a big white horse. Legionnaires wear kepis, they march very slow. Hermes wore Pegasus, a winged hat, you know. Barristers wear horsehair to argue the law. Dorothy's friend, the Scarecrow, had a hat full of straw.